Hi everyone, welcome to WITS Connect. Today we are going to discuss the topic about stability factor and what is the expression for stability factor of CE configuration. So coming to the stability factor, what is the definition? It is defined as the rate of change of collector current with respect to the collector base leakage current. It is indicated by ICO by keeping both current IB and current gain beta is constant. What is the definition of stability factor? It is defined as the rate of change of collector current with respect to the collector base leakage current. It is indicated by ICO by keeping the both current IB and current gain beta in CE configuration. That is, we have to keep these two values as constant. So the stability factor, it is indicated by capital S. It is equal to DIC by DICO. That is the rate of change of collector current with respect to the collector base leakage current. It is indicated by ICO at constant beta and IB. So this is the definition. Coming to the expression for stability factor of CE configuration. So we have to derive the expression for stability factor capital S. So actually the collector current expression for CE configuration. The collector current expression for CE configuration, it is indicated by IC equal to beta IB plus 1 plus beta into ICO. So this is the collector current equation for CE configuration. So by differentiating this equation with respect to IC, you will get DIC by DIC equal to beta into DIB by DIC plus 1 plus beta into DICO by DIC. So we have to differentiate this above equation on both sides, left hand side, right hand side with respect to IC, you will get this equation. So DIC by DIC means it get cancelled, you will get 1 and beta equal to beta into DIB by DIC plus 1 plus beta into, actually what is the equation for S? DIC by DICO. Here you got DICO by DIC, that is the reciprocal of S, nothing but it is 1 by S. That means in place of this you can write 1 by S. That means I am writing here 1 plus beta by S. So this value is nothing but 1 by S. Okay na? So if you take the value this side, LHS side, 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC equal to beta plus 1 by S. So if you write down the equation for S equal to beta plus 1. So this value goes into the denominator, S equal to beta plus 1 by 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC. So this is the expression for stability factor of CE configuration, in CE configuration. Actually the stability factor S value is 1. This is the ideal value of stability factor equal to 1. But it is not possible to consider in practical values. Practically it is not possible. But if you calculate practical, the considerable value of stability factor, it is less than or equal to 25. Actually the ideal value of S equal to 1. But it is not possible to calculate practically. So the practical value of stability factor, if you consider this, it is equal to S less than or equal to 25. So this is about the stability factor and expression for stability factor in CE configuration. Next topic, transistor biasing methods. So we have three types of transistor biasing methods. Those are fixed bias, collector to base bias and self bias. So we will see about these three types of biasing techniques or biasing circuits. So first type of biasing circuit, it is fixed bias or base resistor method, base resistor biasing method. So the circuit diagram for fixed bias circuit is this one. So here the circuit is connected in common emitter configuration, emitter is connected to ground and this is the base to emitter voltage that is connected between base to emitter, and this is the base resistor RB, and this is where what we are giving the input voltage here to the input capacitor, and at the resistor this is nothing but collector resistor RC, and this is the collector current at the collector terminal, and this is the power supply VCC, and we are going to get the output voltage at the collector terminal. Okay na? So the DC analysis of circuit, if you apply the DC analysis for this circuit, you will get the equation like this. So VCC equal to IB RB plus VB. If you apply Kirchhoff voltage law to this circuit, to the input circuit, you will get VCC equal to IBRB plus VBE to the input side. Okay na? So you will get the VCC equal to IBRB plus VBE. From this equation, if you calculate IB equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. Okay na? So therefore this equation is independent of current. Is there any current values? Collector current here? So there is no current. Okay na? So if you derive this with respect to IC, DIB by DIC equal to, you will get 0. Okay na? So actually what is the equation for stability factor? S equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC. So in this equation there is no current values. So that means the value of DIB by DIC equal to 0. So that means you can substitute DIB by DIC value as 0. So what is the final equation for stability factor? S equal to 1 plus beta. So you are getting the stability factor S equal to 1 plus beta. So this is the large value of stability factor. Here you will getting large value of stability factor. So that's why this type of biasing technique is not used as a biasing circuit to produce the distortion free output. So why? Because here the stability factor value is very large. Beta is very large here. Okay, now that's why we are this type of fixed bias circuit is not used in biasing circuits. Okay, now so in order to get distortion free output. So coming to the advantages of mixed bias or base resistor biasing method, it is a very simple circuit. Simplicity is there and small number of components are required. Small number of components mean here we are requiring only one transistor, two resistors and one capacitor and power supply, DC power supply. So these are the small number of components required, and if the power supply is very large, this is the power supply if it is very large as compared to the base emitter voltage. Okay na, base emitter voltage of this transistor, then the base current becomes largely and that is independent of voltage base to emitter voltage. So these are the advantages. So this is about the fixed bias or base resistor method. Because of the large amount of beta value, this type of biasing technique is not used in configuration, not used in amplifier circuits in order to get the distortion free output. Biasing circuit is collector to base bias or biasing with feedback resistor. So here this is the common emitter configuration, collector to base bias method. Why we have to name it as collector to base bias? Here we are taking one base resistor and it is connected between collector to base. That's why we named it as collector to base bias feedback resistor. This is nothing but one feedback resistor from output to the input. Output is nothing but where we are taking the output, that is at the collector terminal, and the input is nothing but we are giving the input at the input voltage at the base terminal. That is nothing but it acts as a feedback resistor, or that's why we named it as biasing with feedback resistor or collector to base bias method. So this is the circuit. So here coming to this circuit is the simplest way to provide the stabilization to the particular amplifier circuit in order to get the operating point stable in the active region. Okay na? So in this circuit, if the collector current is increased and if you are increasing the temperature, or if the transistor is replaced by another one, then the value of beta, that is nothing but current gain, and the transistor parameters are going to be changed. Okay na? Then the value of collector current and the voltage drop across RC is going to be increased. So because of these values, the collector to emitter voltage value is going to be decreased. So and the base current is going to be increased. So in order to this, the operating point will be not stable in the active region. Okay now, because of these consideration, the operating point is not stable in the active region. So we have to get greater stability to this particular circuit. So the loop equation for this circuit is, if you take the loop equation around this loop, VCC equal to, you will get VCC equal to IB plus IC. IB plus IC is nothing but emitter current. IB plus IC equal to IE. IB plus IC into RC plus IB RB. This is the IB and the resistor RB plus VB. So if you calculate in this equation, if you calculate the equation for IB, you will get VCC minus VBE minus IC RC by RC plus RB. Okay na? So if you differentiate this equation with respect to IC in order to calculate the value of stability factor, so dIB by dIC equal to, so if you differentiate this equation, dVCC by dIC ante this is equal to 0, and dVBE by dIC means this is also equal to 0, and here you will get minus RC by RC plus RB, and here DIC by DIC ante that is equal to 1, and you will get final minus RC by RC plus RB. Okay na? This value will be equal to 0, this value will be equal to 0. If you differentiate these two with respect to IC, this will be equal to 0, and DIC by DIC means you will get 1, and finally you will get minus RC by RC plus RB. This is the value of dIB by dC. So if you substitute these equation in the stability factor, what is the stability factor equation? S equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into dIB by dIC. What you got? dIB by dIC minus RC by RC plus RB. So if you substitute this value in this equation, you will get the stability factor 1 plus beta equal beta by 1 plus beta, minus into minus you will get plus into RC by RC plus RB. So this is the equation. So here the value of stability factor is very small compared to the fixed bias method. The value of stability factor is very small in this biasing technique compared to the fixed biasing method. So the value of stability factor is depending on the values of collector resistor and base resistor. If collector resistor and base resistor values are high values, you will get the stability factor as very small. Okay na? So what is the practical value of stability factor? S equal to 1. Okay na? So if you take RC and RB values as large values, you will get the stability factor as decreased value. Okay na? That the stability factor is going to be very small. So if RC is very small, then very small means if you neglect this term here, RC is very small. If you neglect this the denominator value, you will get the stability factor S equal to 1 plus beta. So here that is nothing but the stability factor is very poor. So therefore the value of RC must be large. You have to take the RC value as must be large for good stabilization. Okay, now to stabilize the particular amplifier in this biasing technique, the RC value we have to take large amount of value. Okay na? So this is the collector to base biasing method. Okay, so but this method of biasing technique is not usable because of the RC and RB values. Here the stability is very poor. So in this place we have to take the another type of biasing technique, that is nothing but self bias or emitter biasing technique method, okay, or potential divider biasing method. That is the next type of biasing technique. Next type of biasing method, it is self bias, emitter bias, potential divider bias method, or voltage divider biasing method, or universal bias. So these are the another names for this method. So this is the circuit diagram of potential divider biasing method. Here why we have to name it as potential divider biasing method? Here the resistors R1, these are the external resistors R1 and R2 will provide the voltage divider biasing. That's why we named it as voltage divider biasing technique. Okay na? So this type of voltage divider biasing method is commonly used in amplifier methods because it provides stable operating point. Okay na? So here why? Because here the resistors R1 and R2 are connected to the power supply VCC. Okay na? And which these resistors R1 and R2 will provide the biasing, proper biasing method. Okay na? So by proper selection of resistors R1 and R2 and the collector resistor RC, the operating point can be made independent, and also it can be made independent of the current gain beta, and the emitter resistor here it provides stabilization. Okay, now here the emitter resistor RE will provide the stabilization. Okay, so the voltage drop, here the voltage drop across the resistor R2, it is nothing but VB. Here VB will provide, base voltage will provide the forward bias to the base emitter circuit. So for proper biasing, nothing but always the input is connected in forward bias, output is connected in reverse bias. Here the forward bias to the base emitter circuit will provided by the resistor R2, the voltage drop across R2, it is nothing but VB. This base voltage will provide the forward bias to the particular base emitter junction, and the voltage, the current across the resistor R1, it is I1, and the current across the resistor R2, it is I2, but because of the small value of IB, you will get the base current as small value. That's why the current through the resistor R2 is also we can decided as I1 only. Okay na? So the current through the resistor R2 is also I1. Okay na? So because of the small value of base current. Okay. So this is the circuit description, and this is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit of this particular emitter bias circuit method. Okay na? This is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit of this circuit. So this is the base resistor. Here the base resistor, this is R1 and R2 are connected in series here, connected in parallel. R1 and R2 are connected in parallel here. Here the RB, the equivalent resistance RB equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Why? Because here the resistor R1 and R2 are connected in parallel. And base voltage, this base voltage is equal to VCC into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay na? So and here this is the emitter resistor. Across the emitter resistor you are getting the emitter voltage, and this is the collector resistor. In the collector resistor the collector current it is equal to IC. Okay now this is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. To determine the stability factor capital S, so we have to take the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. From this Thevenin's equivalent circuit, applying Thevenin's equivalent circuit, the first diagram, that is nothing but potential divider biasing. So for finding the base current IB, so to find out the base current IB, we have to take the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. From this Thevenin's equivalent circuit, the value of VB equal to VCC R2 by R1 plus R2, and the value of base resistance RB equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So the loop equation around the base circuit, this is the base circuit. So the loop equation around the base circuit can be written as, so the base voltage VB equal to IB RB. So in this resistor RB, the current value is IB RB plus VBE plus IE RE. This is the loop equation around the base circuits. So from this equation VB equal to IB RB plus VBE into RE. Here the value of IE equal to what? IE equal to IB plus IC. Emitter current equal to the summation of base current plus collector current. So differentiating this equation with respect to IC, you will get dVB by DIC equal to DIB by DIC into RB plus D into VBE by DIC plus RE into DIC by DIC plus DIB by DIC. Okay na? So dVB by DIC, if we differentiate with respect to IC with VB, it is equal to 0, and it is equal to DIB by DIC into RE. If you differentiate this equation, this value VBE with respect to IC means it is also equal to 0 plus RE into DIC by DIC will get cancelled, 1 plus DIB by DIC. So the equation next it is equal to DIB by DIC equal to minus RE by RE plus RB. Okay na? Minus RE by RE plus. So this is the value of base current with respect to the derivation of differentiation of IC. So if you substitute this equation DIB by DIC in the stability factor expression, this is the stability factor expression S equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC. The value of DIB by DIC equal to minus of RE by RE plus RB. So if you substitute DIB by DIC, you will get this one. So multiplying this equation, multiplying numerator and denominator of this equation with respect to RE, you will get S equal to 1 plus beta into 1 plus RB by RE plus 1 plus beta into RB by RE. So the ratio of RB by RE, it is very small. So if you neglect RB by RE, you will get the stability factor S equal to 1 plus beta into 1 by 1 plus beta. So 1 plus beta get cancelled. The value of stability factor, it is very 1. So this is here the stability factor value is very small. It is equal to 1, but this leads to the maximum possible. So this small value of stability factor will leads to the maximum possible thermal stability. But in practice, the stability factor value is equal to 10. Okay na? So because of this is the most widely used biasing technique for the stabilization of operating point in the transistor amplifiers. Okay.